follow the thrilling journey of a simple coffee bean as it travels through the murky depths of the economy. Let's look at an average household, say Mr. Wilson. Because he is such a great teacher, Mr. Wilson has just received a raise, or an increase in income. Mr. Wilson demands coffee.
I demand coffee!
His demand is increased by his raised income. Otherwise, his students will suffer his terrible caffeine-deprived wrath. Coffee is supplied from Ethiopia, a foreign country. Listen now to this interview with an Ethiopian native.
I have a very difficult job. Much rain comes from the skies and floods our land. It makes it almost impossible to harvest all the coffee beans.
In order to satisfy his demands, Mr. Wilson goes to a firm, like Safeway. Unfortunately, there has been a flood in Ethiopia, resulting in a shortage of coffee beans. Now the supply is decreased, which means there is a decrease in inventories in Mr. Wilson's grocery store in America. However, when the flood ends, the supply of coffee beans increases.
Mr. Wilson must weigh the opportunity cost of going to his grocery store and going to Starbucks. If he goes to the grocery store, the coffee beans will be cheaper, but he must provide the labor to make his own pot of coffee. If he goes to Starbucks, he must pay higher prices, but his coffee is made for him and can be customized to his liking.
Wilsonator, I got your 5-cup mocha, no whip, iced.
He goes to Starbucks. When Mr. Wilson gets his drink, he notices the prices are higher than usual. This is due to the recent shortage of coffee beans from the flood in Ethiopia. This made an increase in quantity demanded, and therefore raised the price. Part of his income is being spent at Starbucks, which contributes to the firm's income.
Mr. Wilson also buys a pastry as a complimentary good to his coffee. He is very happy. He leaves Starbucks with his coffee, having positively influenced the economy. So as you've seen, the journey of a coffee bean is much more convoluted than it first appears. The demand for coffee affects the supply in Ethiopia. However, so do other factors, such as the price of the good, the cost of producing it, the price of required inputs, the technology that can be used to produce a product, and the other prices of related products. For example, more expensive land results in more expensive coffee beans. More advanced technology will also be more productive and increase the supply. If a competitor changes their prices, Starbucks will respond, and so on and so on. That's all, folks. See you next time.
Wine fruit!